How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another video, TR Racing. We've got some goodies that are turned up, some boxes. We've got what do we got in here? I think this is the fuel pressure regulator setup. Oh, look at that. And end fittings, whatever they're called. Good shit. Got some radiator hoses. This is for the bottom of the radiator hoses, radiator for the radiator in, and over here, where did I put that knife? There it is. We have our new radiator and fan and shroud setup. Look at that. Fresh as. Look at that. That is awesome. Bit of bling. So we'll be installing all this today. Also, we've got finally sorted our front half of the drive shaft. It's been a major. We'll chuck some photos and a bit of videos up. But ended up cutting it 180mm shorter, put it in, and then I went to install it, and the bearing hanger hole centers are different to the R32 because obviously those drive shafts are out of an R33 or 4. So I ended up getting some measurements of the bearing itself. I had to pull it all off, and I'll just show you what I did do. It's a bit of a major. But here's the old bearing hanger here, and I had to chop it up with a grinder and a chisel and all sorts, and then pulled the bearing out and measured the ID, and just so happens it's the same ID as the R32 bearing hangers for the 20 boxes. So yeah, I just literally pulled this whole assembly off, brought the right one for this car, and installed it, and yeah, we've got it fitted up now. So fuck, what a major. We thought we would have to go one piece, and we were trying to research what we can do, and no one had info, so we've made it work. So we're just we've got a rear half of the drive shaft that we've got. We're just gonna either pick it up or it's getting dropped off. And yeah, so we're just gonna be installing some of these parts. Got all the fuel set up. It's all plumbed up, bar one hose, but that's not a major. Bit of a mess in here with the car parts, but just got to make this return go back into here. But we're going to have to cut that bit of steel out, so, and then make sure there's no sharp edges to cut the hoses. Sweet. We've just found a bit of an issue here. The this plastic shroud was actually broken, so this has come from Aussie. I guess in transit it's been squashed up against something else, but we're going to use a soldering iron and just melt them back together, hopefully. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. Rightio guys, so we just had to take the power steering pump belt off because the old back of these fans were hitting the belt. So hopefully it should go in. Sitting on the pulley, might have to lift that other end up a bit like before, because it hits down the bottom down here too, on that angle. Can you go your way? Yeah, down that way. That's it. It's got to go down heaps. Looks like it. Can it go your way?
No.
So yeah, Trent's just taking off the power steering pump and bracket. We're hoping that the radiator will fit in, and then we can fit the power steering pump back in. But yeah, more issues. Oh yeah, and we've got a bit of a story to tell on our turbo. We got our good old mate Zach done a nice weld for our elbow so we can run 3-inch intercooler piping. But we've got a bit of a major, our turbo's damaged. Once I can get around there, I'll show you what I'm talking about. So the other day I went to put our front housing back together, and I don't know if you can see that there, but that's a crack in the blade. That's bent. That one there is bent. That one's good. That one's good, and yeah, there's 2 cracked ones and 4 bent out of 6. So yeah, not good. So we Trent's ordered a billet wheel for this turbo, so we'll be swapping that out and back on track. We also got our good friend Jamie Della to paint this up for us, so this will be our front cover for the cams. And yeah, cheers Jamie. I've fitted up our hydro handbrake mount. It's looking not in a bad position there. Sat in there and it doesn't hit my leg. I don't think Trent's sat there yet, so might have to make a few minor adjustments to try and get that over as far as we can, so it's not going to hit us. Like if you have a stack, so you don't want to smash your legs and that on it. But yeah, it looks good, I think. Take 10. Oh, Mike likes that one, take 10. He knows what it's like. Trying to fit, mix match things. Gotta get the little tabs in and stuff. Man, that radio looks good, man. So a bit of an issue with this radiator fitting in. We tried to do a few different options, still hitting on the back of the fan, the power steering pump. So we're just trying to come up with a plan, a way we can bring the shroud in closer to the radiator by cutting it a set the whole way around, probably so it's only half that thickness, but then I don't know if that's gonna affect the shroud, how it works. So, or other option is we take this fan off and we make another shroud for the front and then just put a patch over the hole here. That's one of our other options. Yes, shit, nothing's easy. Trying to get to carnival, but everything just wants to fight us. But got this hydro handbrake here. I've just kind of got one bolt sitting there just to see where we want to sit it properly, but I'm probably gonna move it over, drill 2 new holes, measure the centers and get it as close as this edge as we can. Once it's over there, any overhang on this side I'm going to cut off, round off the corners so they're not sharp, just so it doesn't hit you in the legs and that, especially when you're getting bounced around and all sorts of shit on the track. So once that's sorted, but other than that, that actually fits in a good spot there. So yeah, that's one good win we've got so far, but still needs mods. Everything needs modifications. Sweet. Yes, as you can see here, this is the 25 big box drive shaft. It's been shortened, and I've put a hanger bearing off pretty much a 20 deck small box, so the bearing ID is the same as the big box one. So yeah, it'll I've actually got this upside down at the moment. I just wanted to make sure everything lined up, but I'll get it bolted up properly. But it is doable. There was no info on stuff like this, so it's all just hoping, yeah, she worked. Rightio, so as you can see, we've got more issues with the radiator, so we're going to get the shroud modified so we can fit the power steering pump back on. The turbo's got to come off once we get the new billet wheel, so we can put all that back together. The drive shaft hopefully is sorted now. I'm going to fit up the fuel regulator, just having a look at it, how it all goes and which way it goes, so sort that out. But cheers for the support lately. Heaps of subscribers are coming again, so welcome to the channel. Trying to make it as exciting as we can. Hopefully we make this event in October. If we don't take this car, Trent will take his RX-7, I'll take the R32, because I definitely ain't missing it. Yeah, so we'll get back to you when we got our issues resolved or can be bothered putting more parts together.